I thought it was 2 claps. What the fuck happened? Like,
y'all want another clap?
Nah, we already live, Queen.
But you do whatever you
We
want.
live. Are you ready to love?
We live.
Everybody throw up their heart signs right now.
Ooh!
We
I
all
do an
heard
upside
that.
down heart. Like,
Yeah, I was about to say I gotta do something little gangster.
Yeah.
I can't
do
see
upside
it
down
though,
heart.
Boogie. Throw it up.
You know
Throw
what
it
I
up.
mean?
Yeah.
All right,
Upside
ready?
down,
All right.
nigga.
Everybody
Word.
ready to love. That look like a
Gang.
butt flash. That look like
That's
a butt.
it's an upside down heart.
Yeah.
Facts.
Whatever. Okay. So, because I'm the moderator for today, I'm your girl TJ. What up, tribe? We're back.
Yeah.
And thank you for listening to
Hi,
another
man.
episode of Sophisticatedly Ratchet.
Mm.
We're happy to have you and we're ready to share some love with you. I'm going to do the singing bowl for today, and I chose the heart chakra. We did this the other day, but
Awesome.
because our
You want
episode
more?
is
You
going to
want
be
more heart?
titled Ready to Love, I decided to do the heart chakra again today. Okay. So let me open up what the heart chakra is about. And then I have a song that I want to play before we get to the word of the day.
Oh, we got a song too.
TJ
I got a song today. I'm really feeling loving.
shit.
You know, Valentine's Day was, you know, in
Recently.
February. I don't know when this is
Right.
going to air, but, you know, it was in February.
Soon.
And I had multiple Valentines. I called everybody my Valentine. I didn't get not one Valentine's Day gift.
Fuck
Because
that.
you had too many Valentines.
Why? Because you told everybody
because-
Valentine's.
Well, no, because I wasn't like in any commit. I don't expect gifts if I'm not in a committed relationship. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? Like anything that's given, I'm like, okay, cool. But this was the first Valentine's Day that I gave myself self-love, and it was like dope, you
Ooh.
know?
Right.
Anyway, back to the heart chakra. So I found some really cool stuff about the heart chakra that I want to share with you guys.
Okay.
It's the green singing bowl and the heart chakra. So it's located in the center of the spine at the heart level, and it acts as the individual center of compassion, empathy, love, and forgiveness. And I found something cool that I want to open up for you. Where is it? So how do you unblock it? We went over this the other day. It was like yoga poses, meditation, but there's something else that I want to find for you. Here it is. When your heart chakra is overactive, you may be jealous.
Mm.
Isn't that funny?
Mm.
What does that mean? That means like I'm loving too much or something like that?
Yeah, it's just
love.
overactive. It's not in balance. We need to get it
much
in
love.
balance, right?
Mhm.
So you'll have high expectations of others
Mhm.
too. You'll be judgmental of other people and harsh judgments. And then you're going to also want people to accept you. You have a need for acceptance by others.
So there's a negative part to the heart chakra as well.
Yes, like if it's overreactive, it's not in balance.
Ooh.
So
I
I'm
never
going to give
thought
you
about
guys balance.
chakras as being negative.
It's all about
Being
balance.
Yeah,
Too
well,
much is
you know,
never good.
it's not that the chakras are negative, Boogie. It's that you want to stay in balance. You don't want to be more or less.
I mean, it's positive
You
and
wanna be
negative
in
to everything. You don't want too much of anything.
Correct. Mo, are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes,
to open up your heart chakra, boo?
Yo, wait,
I
can I mention one thing real quick? Yo, they got this anime called Naruto, and they had this character on Naruto. His name was Guy, and they talk about the chakras, and it's like one thing they explain in it is like, in order for this dude to get to like the ultimate form of his power, he would have to open up his chakras. But what happened is they said they warned him. This is like a warned thing. It's like if you open up all 8 of your chakras, like you'll die. Like that's the rumor.
You've said this before.
It's a
Now
lot.
I know you're
A lot.
getting it from your reference was a cartoon. So
No,
that's
it's not a
true.
cartoon. It's an
No, let
anime.
him
It's
go.
an anime.
The anime
Anime,
is
real shit, though. I feel like I gotta pay attention.
There's a difference. Go ahead, Flash. So tell us why this is relevant to this.
Well, he's mentioned this before. He's like, all my chakras
No.
are open and I'm gonna die. And I'm like, where'd you get that from?
Flash.
All your
Flash
chakras should be balanced and open.
Because TJ was talking about you can have like too much heart chakra. So I'm just saying like
Not
well,
too
that's
much heart chakra is that like things is overactive, right? You want to always be in balance. You don't want to be too
much
high
heart.
or too low.
So it's just overactive.
But wait,
Can y'all let my nigga ring the bell? Can y'all let my nigga ring?
So wait,
I want to share something else though. I want to know.
Does the heart chakra help you make it more in balance? Is that what keeps it in balance? Trying to utilize the heart chakra singing bowl?
No. So what the singing bowl helps do is to balance out your chakras.
That's what I just said. But okay.
Yes. So you hearing this is going to help you, but also there's things that you can do to help balance and open up your chakras.
Okay.
So another thing. So if your heart chakra is closed, let me tell you something else that you might be feeling. It says that you may be enduring stress or emotional pain, and it's usually caused by bad memories, emotions, and overthinking. So when you do those things, it closes your heart chakra. You want your chakras to stay open and balanced. That's the key. Right?
Copy that.
Absolutely.
All right. So I'm gonna move on because I know Mash is like, can we ring the bell?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I wanted to hear the song. That's really what that is about. I wanted to hear what song you had in mind. So
after we do this, we're gonna hear the song.
That's
okay?
Gong me.
Mute my.
It's not a gong, it's a singing bowl. So I want everybody to focus on opening up your heart chakra because this is the episode to really, dig deep, be open, and be balanced. I'm complete. All right, so the song that I promised you guys is a dope song by Music Soul Child, and it's called
That's my
Love.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I had another good song too.
It's a neo soul artist.
All right, I'm gonna let that in right there.
Bar.
You
Let that play.
Your name is Zane.
Right?
I had another song that was good too.
I love that song.
It was a good one, right?
For a
what's
nigga
the
that don't
other
love
one? And then
love, I
get to
love
where
Oh
we
no,
at.
songs.
another song too would have been good. India Irie. I am ready to
For love. We'll close it out with that one. We'll close it out with that one.
Real shit.
Yo, did y'all see the verses?
I sure did.
I
sure
missed
did.
it.
What verses?
Yeah, I
What
watched
verses?
It was the
Music
verses
Soul
between
Child.
Music Soul Child and Anthony Hamilton.
Oh wow!
So let
that
me
must
tell
be a
y'all this.
lovely ass song.
Did you see the verses with Allen Iverson and Tracy McGrady? They have a versus sport
for basketball.
They
people?
did basketball clips, 10 apiece.
Wow.
Dope. It was cool.
Okay. Nice.
AI
I didn't see
and
that.
Tracy McGrady. Yeah.
Yo,
I didn't hear about that.
That
That does sound interesting. No, I'd like to watch that.
Where do I get updates on these verses? Why do I not know these things are coming out?
It's on their page.
Let's make Mo in charge of that.
Yeah, I'll let y'all know.
I just giving more
Let us
job
know
for
when
no
the verses
reason.
are
Like,
coming
No
out.
problem.
She's always on the verses though.
I am.
Never
I
misses
need to
them,
know.
so.
When are they coming out?
You just gotta follow the
I can't
page.
find
That versus between Music Soul Child and Anthony Hamilton was on Tuesday.
Did you like it, Mo?
It was good. It was. I would prefer Music Soul Child to sing a little bit more because he was doing a lot of letting the crowd sing. Anthony Hamilton was up there singing. Yeah,
I love him.
Yeah, he was.
He got my wedding song. All right, so I'm gonna take it over to Shake with the word of the week.
Wait, why you don't introduce it, TJ? TJ, you
Huh?
ain't introduced none. You ain't introduced
Can
none
we
of
do
those.
that after? Because I have
wanna
something
do it
special
after.
for your ass, Flash.
All right.
Oh shoot! Hold up. She got
In
action.
a loving
Okay,
way.
so
In a
let me
loving
do.
way.
Let me follow what the freaking moderator how she wants
Word
to
of
set
the
it up
week.
with the
Word of
upside
the
down
week.
heart.
Word of the
Word
week.
of
Word
the
of the
week.
week. Word of the week. Word of the week. Word of the week. Word of the week.
Eight. Okay, so for this week's word of the week,
job, Boogie.
ladies and gentlemen, okay, I got another fucking word for you guys that you guys are gonna love. It's
to me.
supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. This motherfucking word. This word is audacious, ladies and gentlemen. Audacious. And the word audacious meaning showing a willingness to take surprisingly bold risks. It's an adjective. Okay. So I'm gonna say it like this. Usually my comments on this podcast are pretty audacious. especially when I pull my dick out.
Crazy question.
Audacious.
Can I also use audacity in lieu of audacious as not,
I
does
think
it count?
so.
No.
Gotta
the
be
word is
Okay, the
audacious.
word derives
The word
from
is audacious.
the word does derive from audacity, but audacity. Can you feel like you want to get a point for using the word audacity?
I just wanted to know if you could also use the other purpose of the word.
Okay. Audacity is a noun and it means exactly the same thing, so you do get a point.
But wait, nouns and adjectives are different though. Like we're not gonna separate nouns.
So we're not doing that.
No.
Okay, so we just using audacious.
Make it hard because he trying to get off. No.
He went off last week. You right?
It's okay. Can we show him some love? It sounds like he was just asking a question. I got your back.
Damn, thank you, TJ.
All right.
I mean, he did go hard on the last one. How many he had? Like 8 to 12. He went hit on the last one. I remember
Let's
last
show him some
episode.
love. It's
I
good
may
that
have
he's
gone hard
expanding
last
his
week, but
vocabulary.
what's fucked up about it is because we cut the episode in half. Nobody knows I won the fucking shit. Right? I didn't even announce it.
Nobody knows how you went off, bro.
You know what I mean? But it's all good. It's very, very audacious of you niggas, but it's okay. It's okay.
You got that point, Mash. All right,
Audacious.
so if this is your first time listening to our podcast, welcome. You're a part of the tribe already. You're sophisticatedly ratchet. How do you know you're sophisticatedly ratchet? If you code switch, if you could be one way at work and then one way with your friends, and you're okay with being your true self, that means you're sophisticatedly ratchet. You don't have to be, and you create the definition of what that means to you. So with that being said, I want to introduce you to our tribe. It's 6 of us, 6 Black kings and queens, originally from New York. And the best person that ever does the intros is Flash, our philosopher. So Flash, now that you just wet your whistle, do you mind gracing us with introductions for the team?
Oh, you set me up. Okay.
Keeping y'all on your toes today.
All right.
Introduce us.
All right. Well, let me see. So if I had to introduce y'all, I'm definitely going to want to understand why it got so cold in here that quick. Okay. All right. I guess wintry mixes are very unexpected at times. So, my next co-host, she fits this mold, even though y'all had 65 degrees, it probably still felt like 30. Okay. All right. She is the sexy school nurse
with a crazy background.
Okay. Crazy background, right? Okay.
Sophisticatedly ratchet.
Go check our favorite pricks.
Nah, don't print her. Don't run a number.
Facts. But
coming for me.
She's the queen of duality. All right. TJ, introduce yourself, please.
What up, tribe? This is your girl TJ. I'm excited to be here with you guys today, and I'm moderating. So let's get this.
Bet. Okay. My next co-host. Okay. Best kept secret out there. All right. Well, you might be an introvert, might not, depending on just the type of shit that we're talking about today. Okay. He's the comic connoisseur, collector, and the innovator of. I don't want to give him nothing bad this week. He's the innovator of collecting cards online. Okay. I don't know what to give you this week. Take it, please. But please, Boogie, introduce yourself, King.
What's going on, everybody? Peace and love. Happy to be here, and sophisticated ratchet. What up?
Facts. Okay, you already know. What? I don't even load my gun with more than like 3 bullets. I'll just be honest with you. That's all I ever need. All right. And this next co-host, she's all about that 3 because good things come in 3s. Okay. If you think about it, meals, you got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay. What else comes in 3s? That's pretty good.
You're so good at this.
Sex comes in 3s. That you fast. It's really good.
What are the 3s, motherfucker?
And company, nigga. 3's company, nigga. That's always a good 3.
That's a fact.
All right, but my next co-host, she definitely represents 3. Don't ever in your motherfucking life zone her shit. Okay. Mo, introduce yourself, queen.
Hey, it's your girl Mo, representing the Bronx as always. Y'all know I always represent Co-op City Section 5. Don't ever zone my shit. Hey, tribe, how are you?
Facts.
Good.
Hey, bestie.
Right. Hey, boo. What's up, best?
All right. You ever been walking on like a a hot summer day and then you just motherfucking slip and fall. Okay. All right. And then you look down, there's no fucking water on the ground. There's no banana peels and nothing. Okay. You know what just happened to you? All right. The drip guard just passed by. Okay.
You slipped on the drip.
Drip.
Slip on some drip. Okay. All right. So my next co-host is known to just make motherfuckers slip and fall whenever he passes by and shit. Okay. All right. When they do the rain dance, this motherfucker come out from the sky. Okay. Hey. All right. Yeah. I don't even know how to do that shit, but
he come out and do the Dougie and shit. He come out and do the Dougie.
All right, the master of the drip, the curator of cool black content. All right, give it up for my boy, the Spew God.
Yo, gang, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Mash, aka the Spew God. Drip. Please say the drip. And for those that don't know, Spew stands for spreading positive energy wherever, and that's what I'm all about. My mission is to enrich the lives of everybody in my circle, and that includes you, tribe. I love y'all.
It's a good mission, kid. Yeah, it's a good mission.
Love it when you explain that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it every episode now.
I love it.
But my next co-host, piece of shit as usual. People swear that we friends in real life. In all reality, once I get off of this shit, I really don't like to even talk to the dude.
That's your bestie. Stop lying.
He's not my bestie. Okay, I don't have besties.
That me.
All right, I got a lot of besties.
You motherfucking.
You went to saying you had no bestie to one bestie. Whatever.
You fucking right.
All right, but this is probably the most annoying person on this podcast, the self-proclaimed favorite. But you know, we'll use favorite in quotes, the air quotes. Favorite, okay.
He's my favorite fuckboy.
I mean, it's easy to name him as such. Yes, if they had an award show for fuckboys,
America's favorite fuckboy. Get it straight, motherfuckers. Yeah. America's favorite, right there.
Facts. Catch him weeknights on Channel 7 on AFF. You'll definitely see a lot of his videos. All right, but give it up to my boy Shake the Wanderer.
Shake the Wanderer's in the house. America's favorite. I'm disregarding the other F. Okay, it's just AF. What's up?
The other F is silent.
The other F is
silent. The other F is silent. Fuck boy is silent.
HSD
Okay.
Creating instant wives. You know what I'm talking about? We out here, baby. Let's go.
Okay.
Facts.
HSD stands for husband side stick, just in case y'all didn't know. But go ahead.
Facts. And as for myself, I am the certified yoni tickler. I am the man who moonwalked on water. I am the anti-Rogaine warrior. It's your boy Flash the Philosopher, and welcome to another episode of Sophisticatedly Ratchet, where we give you the real in a world of fake.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How great is that? Can we clap that up? That was so good, Flash the Philosopher.
That was on the fly too.
That's talent.
Question. I'm so sorry. What this may be really ignorant of you. What's a yoni?
It's like the vagina.
Vagina. Yeah.
That's an AKA. That's the colloquial for vagina.
Kind of, yeah. Like for the
they steam the yoni. It's usually
steaming.
I have to look into exactly what the definition where it derived from, but I want to say it's like an ancient representation of vagina.
It's very audacious for you to make yourself that title, like that. What do you call yourself?
Oh, here we go.
Have you seen my beard?
All right, so last week you won word of the week, and he's coming for us this week too.
That's one.
No, that's two. That's two.
That's definitely doing the first one don't count. That's one.
Oh shit!
Is a euphemism.
All right, are you guys prepared?
Vagina.
I am.
I'm prepared.
All right, take out your burner question cards because I want to make sure when I'm ready to drop this burner question that y'all are familiar with what we're doing here. Okay. But I'm gonna start the episode off with just a little intro on why we're talking about what we're talking about. So today we're talking about, our title is going to be called Ready to Love, and I came up with this episode topic because I've been watching the show on OWN. It's Oprah Winfrey Network, and it's called Ready to Love, and I love it because it shows Black love, and it's a dating show. And I'm also the reality queen, so I share reality news because I watch reality TV specifically for the podcast, not because I burn my brain on it, and
it's good news. It's great news that we need to hear.
Yeah, right.
Whatever. If you believe that, yeah.
Yo, let's switch that narrative. That's just something to watch. It's not a negative thing. You just like to watch.
Well, I mean, I
reality
do
TV.
kill myself on reality TV, and that
You're
shit
not
is
killing
trash
yourself. You're
sometimes.
just focusing on that as something to entertain us. That's all.
Exactly.
It is, but it can burn your brain. You know, like you should not consume yourself with too much reality.
Representation is important, TJ. You just said that
It
that was a
is.
black love on TV, and you watching that. That's important.
Yeah.
I agree. And speaking of that, MASH, Spew God, you just spewed some shit. It's true. We don't have a lot of representation on TV.
That's a fact.
When you see these dating shows, you see the trash TV shows like for black people, like what was that? The Flavor Flav one. It's
Flavor
nothing
Flav,
of like
for sure.
substance and character like The Bachelor, right? So
Mhm.
Ready to Love, I love it because it's a reality show, contest where they match black singles, and even more important, it didn't have like an age range. Like if you watch The Bachelor, usually the girls are in their 20s, maybe 30s, guys same thing. But on Ready to Love, it ranges. Like there are some women that are in their 20s, women in their 30s, 40s, or even 50. I think the oldest woman or maybe man was 50 on there, and I absolutely love that they are representing us.
Right.
We also have a friend of the tribe that was on season 6, if I am not mistaken. And go ahead, Mash. I'll let you introduce him real quick.
Shout out to the homie Phil. We trying to get him on the show. This nigga's stupid busy. I'm trying to get him here, but
And that's a good thing to be stupid busy, you know, after he
so.
completed the show. And he found love. So
Not
we
for
want to
us.
follow up with him and see if he's still, you know, in love. There's a new season out right now. They're actually in Potomac, Maryland, and it's really good. So I want you guys to check it out. It comes on every Friday night on the OWN network at 8 p.m. And it actually made me think, like, should I get on one of these reality shows? Would I be able to find love too, like Phil did? Would you guys support me, Tribe?
Of course.
I support you.
Yeah.
Really? I'm ready to
Go
love.
ahead.
I'm ready to love.
Yo,
So
if
that's
we'll,
what this episode.
if we'll
Go
support
ahead.
you, if we'll support sugar baby activities, we will definitely support love.
Facts.
Fuck up.
Facts.
Exactly.
Why y'all telling all my business on this episode, though?
What? We've been
It's all
pushing.
about
wanna
love,
show
I
you-
was
man.
a
We know
former
about
sugar
you.
baby. I'm no longer
Sugar Baby
the
Chronicles.
such. All
She's
right,
reformed.
I'm out in
She's
these
reformed.
streets right now trying to meet
reformed.
me a match. And they
Being
don't
a
even
sugar
know
baby is
that.
very audacious, but at the same time, it's a part of your experience. It's all
It
Oh.
is. I needed to be a sugar baby for a little bit to really understand exactly what I want. And that's why I'm ready to love now. Okay.
Very good. Very good.
All right. So that's the tally. You guys can post the tally.
That's 3?
Yeah, you're 3. Yeah, Mash is killing it already. So with the
I
word
don't
of the
get
day,
one for doing the example.
whoever
and
says
shit.
the
Like,
word in a sentence and uses it correctly, they get a point. If you're at home, you can take a drink. You can play this with your friends. Another game that you
want a
guys can
freebie?
play is our burner questions. So burner questions are signatures to the SR tribe. We ask a question and it can either be one of 3 answers, either yes, no, or sophisticatedly ratchet. Sophisticatedly ratchet means that you may have like a reason that it's sophisticated or ratchet, or why you want to explain why it's not a yes or a no for you, you know? So everybody got your burner questions out? Burner cards out?
Man.
All right.
Yeah, give it to me.
All right. So the first burner question that I have for you guys, let me just open it up so I say it correctly, is are you ready to love? Some of y'all need to say yes for sure, because I know y'all business, but all right. So once y'all have it, let me see your card so I can tell the tribe what. And if y'all can't see us, you guys can check us out on YouTube. We're on So Ratchet Podcasts, and you can play the game with us. If not, you can listen wherever you hear podcasts. We're everywhere you hear
Yo,
podcasts.
Mo, you don't got no burner cards?
I know, Mo, what's your answer?
Boogie,
I can't see
I'm
it.
trying
I'm trying to
Quiet.
decide.
Well,
Look,
hurry
you
up
can
and
just go
decide.
directly
Dang,
into the
Mo.
Discord, and
You
it's
better
right
pick
here
the right
in the
card. The
Discord.
fuck?
Dang,
Right in the
all right.
Discord. Mash so nicely
Got
put
it.
it into the
Okay, so
Discord for
Mo
us.
and Mash and myself said we are ready to love. There's some undecided people right now, and that's Flash and Shake. There's sophisticatedly ratchet, and then Boogie, he's not ready to love. He says nah,
What?
and that's
Nah.
okay. So, Boogie, because you're the Lone Ranger, and I'm gonna let you go first. Why are you not ready to love, Bugs? What's going on?
Like I feel like I'm already loving some people right now, loving myself.
Okay.
So I feel like I'm not ready to love nobody else right now, respectfully. So, yeah, that's just,
Okay.
And that's important.
That's
Gotta learn to
That's
love
very
you
important,
first.
King. I'll take it.
Big
Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
answer.
What show is
Yeah.
that from? What show is that from?
thank you.
Family
thank you.
Feud. Family
Yeah,
Feud.
that's Monique's favorite
Family
show.
Feud.
Mo's favorite
Good
show.
answer.
Yeah.
Good answer. All right.
go on
So
there. We're
sophisticatedly
family.
ratchet. Yeah, get the X, right? All right. Flash and shake. Why sophisticatedly ratchet?
Go ahead, whole boy.
You want me to go?
Yeah.
Ladies
I'm not
first. Come on.
You know, I'm
Flash
just
the
disregard you fucking motherfucker. I'm gonna disregard that. Okay. The reason why I say sophisticatedly ratchet is because I mean, I don't know if I'm ready for love. That's I feel like if it comes along, that I would I'm. You know what? Let me restart. I'm not outside.
Come to my side,
actively
dog. Just come to
looking
my side.
for love,
For
but
real.
I am trying to figure out. I am trying to figure out what love looks like for me. You know what I'm saying? I feel
Okay.
like there's so many different
That's a
ways
valid
to love,
answer.
and I need to find someone who is okay with my way of loving, right? And
Are
I
you
need
even aware of what you want and what what's your
I'm
way of
working
loving?
on that right there. That's
Okay.
I'm working on trying. I'm working on trying to like pin that down exactly what I'm looking for in love and what I'm looking for in relationships, and it may not look like what a traditional relationship looks like. So I may not be able to find somebody right now who's ready for that. But I'm actually working towards it. I would say I am kind of ready for love. I'm ready for it, but it's just that, like I said, I need
It has to be
this-
your
this-
current definition of it.
Yes, I like that. It has to be my current definition of what love is, and that's
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Come on,
I feel-
philosopher. Philosophize on us. Let us know
Alright,
what you're feeling.
Can
feel
I be
like-
difficult?
feel like
I'm sorry, cause Shake.
You're always difficult, Boogie. Go ahead.
All right, thank you. I feel better. So, in terms of asking this question for you, Shake, I want to ask, like, you saying that, like, you be ready if you found a chick that was pretty much ready to give you the love that you wanted, but you had to also give her some love that you wanted. Would you be ready for that?
I give her that fucking love all day.
Just thank you for clarifying that, brother.
Love all day, but she gotta be different. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't. I'm the average woman who believes in all this fucking what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word? What is
Sweep me off the feet, princess.
What's
Why she gotta be average though?
what
No, monogamy. I don't believe in monogamy and shit. And
okay.
I feel like monogamy is pushed on us by society, and no shade to people who want to be monogamous, but I don't want to be monogamous. And I want a woman who shares that right there. Like she doesn't necessarily.
We're gonna get to that. I actually want you to describe that. So hold on, everybody. If you guys are describing what that looks like for you, I want you to hold on to that because that's the next question coming up. Actually,
okay.
So go ahead, Flash. Why are you not ready to love?
Well, I said sophisticated.
Or sorry, why is it sophisticatedly ratchet for you, love?
Yeah, I feel like Flash wanting to find love is a very audacious thing for him to do. Now part of me feels like yes, I am kind of ready to find love. I feel like there was a portion of my life where it's like I had to kind of repurpose my career or whatnot, and a lot of that kind of had me feeling like I wasn't emotionally available for wanting to, I guess, like receive the full love of a woman to a high degree. Especially when I'm at a point in my life where it's like I'm so like Boogie said, trying to like love on myself and like find myself to a certain degree. But at the same time, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like I feel like when I say looking for love, I sometimes half expect me to love a bunch of women that I probably just get invested in, and sometimes it's not to the highest like emotional degree, but love for me is not hard to acquire if like people are just kind of genuine and I can kind of fuck with you to a certain degree.
Flows.
Yeah, because I find myself I don't think like, because I can love like side pieces and groupies and shit like that. Like I think it's easy for me to love that. Yeah.
Love.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I think it's different. But when I think of just love, I just think it's like, you know, how tightly attaches my spirit or my energy to like another woman's. And for me, sometimes, yeah, that does mean like I love that person, and it doesn't have to be like in love, but it's love nonetheless.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that because I think what I'm talking about is, are you ready to be in love? Maybe.
Well, you got to say that because
like
you said
with an
you said if
intimate
I'm ready to
partner.
love.
Like, are you ready for love? Like not the like homegirl love. You know what I'm
not
saying?
gonna let
Like
you
I
come
got
for the
love
moderator
with
neither,
you, but I'm
Flash. You
not
answered the
in
question
love with
wrong,
you.
brother.
You know about that? I'm
No,
talking
she
about
knows
that.
she. So you want
Yeah,
in
you're
love?
right, TJ.
So now,
Correct.
so this is my thing. So this is my thing.
Wait. There's she gonna ask those questions to let you flush that out. I really liked his answer though. What's wrong with his answer? His answer was pretty on point though.
I think it's good, but I feel like, maybe it's me being a woman and I'm triggered by, I got love for you, but I'm not in love with you.
But this is my thing.
Right.
This is
That
my
niggas
thing,
frequent
and I'll be
often.
honest with you. But TJ, this is my thing. I don't get to the in love without crossing that love threshold. And we could be talking about a chick who I probably just bang maybe like a month out, a couple weeks out. Like, not saying that there's no availability to ever have that in love moment. But when I think of like, am I ready to love? I got to hit that first point first to say like, yo, are you just even ready to love a woman? Are you ready to kind of give her like some time, some commitment, some understanding, some, and let that blossom and see what happens from that. And so I need to get there first. It doesn't matter what the status of the relationship is. Like, we need to have relations and figure out like, is this love? And if this is love, then I can look at that. Okay, now I want to be in love with this particular woman. If that makes sense.
I hear you. Boogie, look at the chat. I want you to look at the chat. All right. So thank you for sharing that, Flash. Mo, you're ready to love, boo. Tell us why you said yes.
I said yes, right. Exactly. And me being ready to love is an audacious step that I'm taking because
we have a new challenger.
It is an audacious step that I'm taking because I also feel like, I felt like I was ready to love before, right? When I was in a 7-year relationship, I felt like I was ready to love, and then to go through what I went through during that time, it's like I felt that way before, and look what happened during that time. But I know every experience is so that's why I'm hesitant to like, yeah, I'm ready for it, but am I really ready? Am I really, really, really ready? But yes, I do. I am ready for love. And it took some time for me to understand that, because of, what I may have experienced before, somebody else could show me something completely different. And it's okay. And I think sometimes when you haven't experienced, like, you think you know what love is, but when you experience, it's automatically that you could tell the difference of what you thought was love and what someone shows you or how they treat you. So I would say, yes, I'm ready to love. And it's scary. And it's scary because you're trying to understand, like, you're scared of it. So it's like you're overwhelmed by the feeling. Like, it's overwhelming to you because you're not used to it. You're not used to really being like, like you thought, like, okay, I thought that was love, but no, this is love. Like, it overwhelms me. I'm scared of it. Like, what? Like, this is too much. Like,
Can I share something that you shared with me? And it's not too much. You shared with me that you can feel this other person's love. And that was what was overwhelming. To be able to feel someone loving you is a different type of love, right? So I thought that was awesome.
Yeah. So I would say yes.
And I could see that being overwhelming. Okay. All right, Nash, you guys.
Yeah, I'm
ready
always
for
ready
love?
for love. I'm always ready for love because I fucking live in love. That shit is like a part of like my life. Romantic love. I'm currently in love, FYI, and being in love, I gotta be ready for love. But I don't know. I feel like I understand your concerns about being in love again, Mo, but I also think that those experiences help redefine how you receive and give love. You got to go through it to fine tune, what is love for me, or how do I identify love, or how do I receive love, So I'm so glad to hear that you're ready for love now, and I'm glad you got the courage to be able to admit that and acknowledge that about yourself. That's profound. I'm really happy for you. But I'm complete. I'm ready for love.
Yo, Mash, I can put you on the spot real quick.
Of course.
I love how we asking for acceptance. Like, is it okay if I do this?
seeing how you feel like you already accomplished the stage of ready for love, do you feel like you're ready for marriage?
Not yet. I feel like me and my partner need to live with each other. Before I can make that type of commitment with someone, I need to make sure that I can coexist with them, like consistently. You know, because not just saying I love you is enough to be married to you. You know, I got to be able to fuck with you on a regular day to day. I got to be all right with you leaving your panties around the crib, and I don't feel a way about that shit. You know, like, those things are key things to making that type of commitment. But love is the baseline for me.
And I feel like living with your partner is a completely profound experience in terms of understanding them like their real day to day, not just when they come to meet you for days. So if they spend a weekend with you from I'm talking about the day to day when their worst days, their best days, when they don't give a F, when you don't give a F, and seeing how that bounce back is. That's important. It's establishing important. If you can coexist with that person, because if you can't, then you wouldn't be real.
Would you no longer love your partner if they were dirty though?
No, but like I feel like I agree with Mash. If I was engaged, like at the bare minimum, let's say I got engaged or whatever, I would have. For me, I feel like I have to live with you prior to that marriage, because first of all, I live by myself, so to have that's already going to be a big step, because I haven't lived with you.
Man, sharing your space.
What? Sharing your space is a big deal.
Swallow,
and learning how to share your space. Like there's so many like layers to the shit.
Yeah, I feel like back in the days, people used to find it like super audacious to move in with somebody before you're married. And I feel like as times change, though, it is, and I agree with it, it's kind of different. Like I want to live with somebody who I see myself marrying.
I mean, people get divorced so much, you have to kind of look at it like, yo, you have like.
Here's the thing.
That tradition of people just getting married outright, that just got to be dead. Like I feel like that idea, that concept, they got to dead that, because that's not real.
I do believe that some eloping, eloping can work. You know, there are people that can really understand each other and really develop that bond, and it really doesn't have to take a long time compared to.
I agree with that 100%.
So
I agree.
I do feel like eloping can work in certain situations. Not saying that's the blueprint, but it's an option. It's an option.
Do you think you can be married and still have your own space?
No. Yes, totally.
Yes.
I kind of want to.
I think so.
You take a look at the chat, Boogie.
Yeah, I think so.
I want to live apart. Like I wouldn't mind living apart.
No, I think you can be married. Like, let's say you live in a house and there's a basement part. That could be his, maybe
his man cave. I got my girl cave.
I have my little girl cave. I think
if he has his own house.
That's not a part. That's not a part.
Place.
That's that Kanye West shit.
I feel like we getting kind of lost when we talk about not lost, but like in terms of like being with your partner.
But you're saying that you want to be married and have your own place, Shake? I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
Correct.
Sometimes
I need my own space. Sometimes.
But why can't you find your own space in that space?
Because I already know
it's not the same.
What do you plan to do in your own space? Do you
well,
plan
clearly,
to bring other chicks there?
This nigga's gonna have a monogamous relationship, so he wants a house for the bitches. He want a house for the family. That's what it sounds like.
He didn't know what his space is used for.
You need a location for his family.
You're still trying to figure out yourself, so I'm gonna just
let's go to the next question.
Let's go to the next question.
Next question. I did want to kind of I do want to say, like, in terms of like when you living with someone that that day to day, that takes time. There's going to be a lot of like ups and downs, and I feel like it's important to weather that. Like this is just me talking to Madge. Like her, like you living with someone, I feel like there's going to be some up and downs, and it's just important to be patient with it, even for yourself. Like you may be having the best of intentions, but they may not be perceived well because of the things she's going through. Some of the things that she may have to tackle.
And that's communication, right? So, and I think. Yeah, communication is key in every relationship, especially if you are moving in with someone. It's very important that you guys communicate.
For sure.
All right, so I'm gonna move on. All right, go ahead, Flash. What's up?
No, I was just laughing at this nigga Shake. I'm sitting here like, if this nigga got 2 houses, like if he sent his kid to his room to punish him, is his son going to like take the Uber home or some shit just to like go home with some shit?
I can't.
Jake's alternative reality. That's not even.
Yo, am I weird that I don't picture kids in Shake's scenario with that marriage? I don't picture kids at all.
It's not necessarily. It's not necessarily for the hoes, but I'm gonna be honest with you. With some people, they cannot be in marriages without having their own space to retreat to, because sometimes it's necessary.
I agree with
I'm
that.
just saying, like, and it's not necessarily like a place in the house, and maybe I need to leave and just be away, and not just to be a hoe. It just made me because I just need some space where I'm not gonna have any interruptions.
You can create that space in your home though. Like if she's in the living room,
you can. That's how I feel.
You can go to the bedroom. You can go.
You can also
to
travel as well. Shake is correct.
You can step outside of the house.
A woman would say that.
You don't need a whole house, but
I mean, she's right though. Like in terms of having space, you should be able. You should be comfortable in living. Like TJ's not wrong. You should be comfortable living with her. Like if you have to leave just to have space with her, I feel like that's an issue. Like I feel like where I'm at right now, I'm cool here. But if I had to leave just so I can like get some space from
Shake, don't these people stomp on your dreams, bro. If you want to get two houses, then you get two houses. If you want to get a big ass house, if you want to get a big ass house, well, you got to.
I would have like
elevator, nigga.
And the lady that's gonna be like, okay, yeah, it's cool. Just have your own house. Do whatever you want.
That's exactly it, Boogie. He's gonna have to have a woman that is gonna accept all of that.
Accept him, right?
Be okay with that. That's the person that's for him, and we're gonna get to that. So let me move on. So I'm gonna get to what I want to show you guys. So there's 10 legit signs. I want to read to you guys what I found on Google, right? So it's how do you know if a man's ready for a serious relationship, ready to commit, or ready to love, and how do you know that a woman is ready to commit? And I want you guys to tell me if you guys agree or disagree. Very easy, and we're gonna move on. All right. So 10 legit signs that a guy is ready to commit and he is ready to love. He's transparent with you. Wait, sorry.
Why are we just making it about guys?
I said we're gonna do men and we're gonna do women.
It's about guys.
It's audacious how this nigga hearing don't work sometimes.
If y'all not paying attention, I need y'all to pay attention.
It's audacious that you can't hear the moderator
speak when she
speaks, bro.
And you're not even high today?
Nah, you're right.
The audacity. The audacity.
You get a point for that.
No, I used it already.
He used the word already. He did. He said audacious. Yeah, he did.
Such a point whore. Look at us. It's such a point whore.
Somebody post these points, please.
Just looking for clarification, guys. Just looking for clarification.
He's coming for you, Mash, by the way. It's a tie. Y'all can post that point.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried.
You know what I'm saying? But
so let me, can I continue? Jesus Christ.
Yes, let the moderator moderate.
In TJ's defense, men are usually the ones who aren't ready for love. Women, I feel like
I disagree.
Okay, let her get to the point first. Let her moderate.
TJ.
Thank you, Mo. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna do this when y'all fucking moderate.
You do it when we moderate.
I do. Okay. All right. So he's transparent with you. He makes time for you. He keeps in touch. He keeps his promises. He asks you for your advice and your opinions. He's protective of you, and he wants to meet your friends and family. So it's showing that he's invested. Now, real quick, do you agree or disagree?
Here's the thing.
I agree.
Okay, thank you, Bugs.
I'm already that nigga.
Shake.
All right, I'm that nigga right there.
She didn't ask for details. She just say yes or no.
I'm just saying I'm already that nigga and shit. But
so you're not ready to love?
No, I wouldn't say that. I'm
okay. Move on.
I just have a lot of potential because that sounds like me.
Okay. Oh Jesus!
Wait, hold on. So you trying to meet her friends and family for nothing? That in terms of what TJ was just saying.
Side chicks, friends and family.
Here's my thing. I'm not trying to meet her friends, but if I go meet her friends and family, I always make a great impression.
No, but that's not what we say.
That's not what the question is.
Connect with their family. It says that you want to meet your friends and family.
I don't mind.
There's a difference between you meeting them. So it's not that. It's so.
Okay.
You're not that guy. You're not that guy. You're not that guy.
You don't mind.
Not at all.
You are that guy.
Not at all.
What?
Someone that's serious about you is saying, like, I want to know where you come from. I want to know who your friends are.
I want to understand what makes you tick, why you are the way you are.
At a party and your friends are there, I don't mind meeting them. No, nigga, listen, open up your heart chakra. Where's the gong? Where's the?
Do it again. We only get one per episode, TJ.
You gotta open up.
You gonna give us a halftime gong?
Nah, y'all fucked it up. All y'all fucked it up.
Overload my chakra. You gonna overload my chakra.
I won't be balanced.
I do want to see what 8 chakras look like though. On some real shit.
I can't.
Come here.
Open up your heart chakra.
Cover your ears.
Open my
chakra.
Silence. 1, 2. Move your hands from your ears shaking. If you can't see the foolishness that this fuckboy is doing right now, tribe, go on YouTube so y'all can watch us.
You know he not ready for love.
All right. So we're all opening up our heart chakras right now. All the fuckboy energy, it gets erased in this moment. Fuck girl energy, it goes both ways.
Oh, shit.
All y'all niggas that was melting.
I'm dead.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up, y'all. I
TJ,
can't.
TJ, I am so sorry. I'm back. I feel like you just recentered me again. I am ready to love again. Come on.
I was trying to
Back.
focus, but y'all fucking me up.
Welcome back. Welcome
Thank you.
back. Okay.
I was in a dark place. I was in a dark place just now, but you brought me back. Thank you.
You know what?
That's a
So,
fact.
Flash, do you agree with those things? If a man wants to do these things, right? Like
Now,
he wants to make time for you, would you
So
agree?
I feel like that's a good blueprint. I don't think that has to necessarily be like the love law to be certain, but I do feel like those things are kind of important when we think of just
Hold
the
on one
climate of
second, Boogie.
today's relationship or whatnot. So yeah, I can see those things being beneficial for wanting to see how a man probably wants to look for love, but I don't think that's for every guy though. I don't feel like you need to necessarily have to say like, hey, I want to meet my partner's family or whatnot just to love on
So
this.
do you want to be a secret? Like, what if she never introduced you to, like, you're in love with this girl, madly in love, and she's like, yeah, I don't know if I'm ready to have you meet my family yet because maybe they're not going to
see,
accept
you
this.
giving me
When
that
you're ready,
scenario.
I'm ready, baby. When
You
you're
give me
ready,
that
that's
scenario. But what if she was just like, I don't fuck with my family? Can I be okay with that?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Right.
You're right.
Right.
And then she don't have no
Okay.
friends either.
When you're ready, I'm
That's
ready.
dark. That's dark. Like I can't be her only friend.
And that's what I'm saying. If she had no friends and no family, you ain't met none of them.
Was she an
You don't
orphan?
think that's like
we can't be ready for love. But,
I don't know.
No
but
friends,
once
no
again,
family. That is unique.
damn. And it's just you. It's
and
just
it
you.
we find
exists.
each other.
It exists.
And the
I
job.
dated
The
someone like
job,
that,
bro.
but
You
okay.
found each other on the job.
So certain things would be a few red flags for me. I'm not saying like she can't just tell me she got no family, no friends, because then that's gonna make me question like, well, where'd you come from? You know what I'm saying? Like something's off with that. But I can understand though that there's certain people who don't like need you to be involved with their family shit, and it's nice. Those are nice haves, in terms of relationships. But if my goal is to love on this one particular person, if that's not her MO as far as
not
like
her friends,
I
not
want
her family.
yeah, it's like I'm cool with that because I'm trying to love on you. I don't need all the extra shit. That's cool, but it's unnecessary for me at times.
So you agree with everything except for the friends and family one? Is that what you're saying?
But you want to meet with her friends and family, though, Flash. You want
me personally, I would, yes, but I'm saying that that's not the blueprint for everybody, though. I can understand why sometimes you don't need all the extra outside shit.
Okay,
that's all I'm saying.
I take that too, and I agree.
Okay.
What about Spew God?
I agree, but I think it's audacious. I agree with those things, right? But I think it's audacious to assume that that's the only reason. Those are the only ways to show somebody loves. Because what if he's trying to slice? What if he's doing all those things just to beat? You may confuse his intentions.
And some men do that.
Right. You may confuse.
That is a lot of effort, though, just to smash, though. All that shit, TJ, listen, it's a lot of effort, though.
There's a lot of bad bitches out here who need
a lot of swindlers.
That's right, bro.
There's a lot of swindlers out here.
Pretend like you're genuinely interested.
That's right.
I mean, that's just.
Shake has mastered it as a fuckboy. He's mastered it.
And I think Shake brought it to the forefront. He said, "I'm that nigga. I do those things." And I'm like, listen to what he's saying. He does those things to get what he wants. And that's not no shade at you, Shake, but that's just a good approach. Like if you got somebody that you court and then you know that these are the things that's going to make her like me, I'm gonna do those things. But that don't mean specifically that he love her. He just. I would say that he might be willing to do those things.
I feel like women listening to this be like, yeah, niggas ain't shit. Like ladies listen to that shit.
Women are like that too. Women do whatever they need to do too. So it's not a man or a woman thing.
That good parallel. Good point.
Exactly what I was getting at. Why I want to know if you was gonna have a list for women.
I am. So Mash, are you saying that you agree with some of these things, or
I agree with some of those things if the dude already sliced. If he didn't slice yet, I could see him using those methods to slice. But if he already sliced and he's still showing you all those things, like I still want to meet your family, I still want to meet your friends, I want to get to know you, then I'd be like, all right, cool. He's trying to love up on you.
You don't think there's a guy that's just ready and he just wants that next level relationship and he doesn't even have to slice to want these things because he just wants that next level relationship?
Of course, but it's too men are too different to generalize us across the board and say that those things are all the same. Right. Okay. That's my point.
Fair. That's fair. I think that's the same for women too. You can't generalize this as all women, but I do think that reading this list, it's pretty accurate. I think it's a, this should be for somebody that's ready to love, like truly ready to
Those
love.
are
But
good
it's not the
qualifiers,
end all
no
be
doubt.
all.
Some of the qualifiers.
Yeah, it's not the end all
Those
be
are
all.
some good qualifiers.
Correct.
So
I mean, that's
Mo,
why
you're the
women
last
always
one.
say, okay, that Mo.
What in
And I
regard to
guess-
the list, I would agree with
Yeah.
that list. Like Mash said, if he's invested, he would want to do those things. Because once again, this is not you asking him to do. This is what he freely wants to do.
Right.
And anytime a man puts in what he wants, you know he's ready. If he comes to, like, I always think about it like this: if
he's
a
not
man
being coerced or pushed.
right? If a man comes to me, right, and we're in a conversation, and he brings up marriage and saying he wants to get married, to me, he's serious because he brought that up. Most of the times, it's the female, you know, and I'm just being transparent, who brings up marriage or talks to marriage. So if a man comes to me and says, you know what, like, I want us to get married, or I am
ready.
Like, he's ready. He's ready because he's now.
Because men don't talk about marriage. Like, it's
about
like
marriage.
usually if they talk about it, because they want to actually do something.
That wasn't even part of the list. I don't even remember her saying
that. Wasn't
No,
part
it
of
isn't. But Mo is just saying that.
I'm just giving an example.
You're just making shit up now.
First of all,
don't come for the frogs like that. Don't come for Section 5 like that. Get out of here.
I'm not making up anything. First of all, I'm not making up anything. I'm just saying that is.
Your chakra is all the way closed.
Right. Like, what does that have to do with me making up anything?
She just added a new dynamic to the list.
There's not enough.
Yeah, I see. It's a new dynamic.
It's a new dynamic.
Men talking about marriage. Men talking about marriage, though.
Boogie,
you know what I'm saying?
How do you feel about that list? Do you think it's somewhat accurate? It's not the end all be all, but how do you feel? You agree or disagree? That's
for men.
Those things that I mentioned, yeah.
For men.
Yeah, for men. What did you think about the list that I mentioned? Okay,
I think they're solid.
All right. Now let's be fair and let's get to the women. So let me go to it. All right. How do we know that a woman is ready for love? So it says
she just has to be a woman.
Be quiet, Shake.
I know he's gonna tap into the feminine energy. So I actually couldn't find a list very similar to like the man's list.
Ready for love.
But this is like, how do you know that she's serious about you? Right. And I'll take that. And I know that's where men go. They go to the feminine energy, or some men go to the feminine energy. But I'm going to say I couldn't find an exact list that matched the men's list. But this is, you know, if a girl is serious about you, she responds quickly to your messages.
Well, that's a fact.
She remembers the little details. She starts deep conversations with you. She encourages and supports you. Yeah. She likes sharing her personal space with you. She shows you physical intimacy, and she says we instead of I. Now, personally, I'm gonna go first because I'm a woman, and I'm gonna let Mo go next because we get privilege right here.
Absolutely,
it's 2 against 4 always on this platform.
I wouldn't put it like that, but okay.
I don't really agree with this list. I agree with some of them. I don't think if I respond quickly to your text message means that I'm more interested in it or I'm serious about you or I'm ready to love. Like, I'm busy and you get to accept that I'm a busy woman and I got my own shit going on and I'll respond to you, you know, when I can. And I think that should be vice versa for men and women. The other one that I think that should be for both people, it's not just women, is when someone sees or they state with the we as opposed to the I. I feel like men should do that too. I don't feel like it should only be a woman thing. I think when someone speaks with the we, they're thinking about the future with you. And, you know, they're not just speaking about themselves and being selfish. So I do agree with this list. I think it could be a little bit more in depth. I think
I agree with that too. It should be more depth. I feel like I don't want to say generalized, but I feel like even just think about the text messages thing, I was like, I don't really
I thought that was really silly. But like I said, this is from that was a wiki. That was from Wikipedia. Actually,
am I wrong to think that if a woman like financially invests in you in that type of way, I think that maybe that might
yes, Boogie, we're gonna get to that because we're gonna get to that where I want to ask you like, what is your idea of, you know, like someone that's ready to love? So we'll get to that. So Mo, what do you think about this list?
I agree with some of the things on there. I definitely agree. I don't think it's just a woman thing to say we. If a guy is saying we as well, you know, he's serious and thinking future. The texting thing too. Sometimes I think, even if I text back quick with anybody, that doesn't mean I'm necessarily interested in you. Maybe in a moment I just have my phone texting back. Oh, I don't. Like I'm busy, I'm at work, so I'm not responding right now. But but the list, I mean, it's okay, but I wouldn't say that speaks for everything.
I agree. All right. You God. Oh, all right, Shake. Go ahead.
Let me tell you. No, wait,
Is your heart chakra open?
Right quick. When women, first off, I can tell you be leaving niggas unread forever, TJ, because I can sense it from you.
Where did that come from?
You don't want a niggas take it personally and shit. And you was like, fucking don't take that shit personally. I'm busy, nigga. And I was like, bitch, I text you mad long ago. You know what I'm saying? You texting nigga back 24 hours fucking later. That busy. Shit don't mean. That shit make me feel like you don't give a fuck about me or what I'm saying.
Because you need to open up your heart chakra. That's the problem. What did I say?
That,
heart chakra is
that nigga is trying, but he can't. You won't read the message. You won't read the message, TJ.
At least read the shit.
So you could be busy, but I can't be busy. I can't work 12 hours at a hospital, busting my ass, wiping ass, and then want to sleep, right? I have to open your message right away.
If you go ahead, Mash.
I was gonna say, like, you know, like you send a message and then you like see her post something on Instagram and you make you mad.
So let me tell you what I do. What I do is before I post something, I
audacious ass woman go post on the internet.
I'm gonna block you on Instagram before I post it. If I didn't read your message.
Let me tell you something.
I'm gonna just
if you
took
4 hours to respond to my text message, even if I can respond right now, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not fucking gonna do it. I'm gonna wait.
Petty Betty.
If you're not my man, I'm not doing it. But you know, you're my man. I want to answer your text. I want to.
I don't want to seem like I'm needy. Okay, real talk. I don't want to seem needy, so I'm not answering your shit. I'm answering your shit in at least 2 hours. I'm giving 2 hours. Right?
Because you're not ready to love. Next.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't even think it's that deep in terms of text messages. If I see it and I'm available, I just answer it. Like I just look at it differently.
I'm with you, Shake. I'm with you, bro.
Deep, bro.
Are you serious?
Do I agree? Do I agree? When women answer me quickly, do they like me more? Yes, they do. I feel like they like me more, and they are making an effort to answer me, and they're making an effort to show that they like me because they're kind of they answer.
I ain't gonna lie, he kind of telling the truth a little bit.
Tell him shit.
Real shit. Okay. I know how much a chick likes me, but I know if I'm gonna smash if she's answering me immediately. Okay.
I'm talking about. Look, you be trying to send her a good morning text, and she send that shit right to you because you see the little shit popping up. Talking about good morning, good morning,
immediately. Okay.
She like you. Okay. She love you.
All right.
If y'all talking and you keep seeing the blue dots pop up, that is something.
Facts.
TJ,
that's for the iPhone users.
TJ, I think that the male list should be used just like the woman list should. Because I think that a woman who's interested to see my family, I like that. Like, you know, a woman who's taking initiative and doing the same things that that a man, quote unquote, would do. I think that they're just as applicable.
I agree.
Sorry,
are you complete, King?
Yeah, I was about to say I don't agree with that list because like we was talking about how the men's list. Like Shake was saying, like, yo, you can have those qualities and still be like quote unquote sleazy. I was thinking about like TJ's list for women. I was like, yeah, women can have those same exact qualities. And
facts. I could respond to all your text messages and respond to every nigga's text messages. I mean, let's be honest.
Like that was like
just do me first. Just do me first. Just do me first. Before you get to the other
guess
niggas,
what? Your dumb ass is gonna think I'm trying to fuck you and that I like you more than everybody else.
You make me feel good. That makes me feel good.
Whatever. Let us stroke your ego. Are you complete, Biggie?
Huh?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm complete.
All right, Flash.
You know what I mean?
Wait, what?
Oh gosh, do you agree with the women's list?
Flash.
Oh, all right. I thought I won already, but I guess I didn't.
I'm over here talking.
I think I think everybody spoke good points. I mean, I agree with Shake with the text shit I told you. Like, yeah, chicks who text back super quick or whatnot, it could be scary, but at the same time, yeah, you kind of understand like, okay, she is putting you at the forefront of like people time and shit like that. So I don't know what the other stuff on the list was. Besides that, what was the other stuff on the list? I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
It's like we had like a whole conversation.
That's all right. No worries. Okay. She responds quickly to your messages. She remembers the little details. She starts deep conversations with you.
Yes,
she encourages and supports you. She likes sharing her personal space. She shows you physical intimacy.
That's basic.
She says we instead of I.
So yeah, even with the personal space one, it's like, yo, I've had women that catch attitudes when I have to leave their personal space. That's a huge thing in terms of me understanding like, yo, she really enjoys my company. She wants me around.
Yes.
I know that's more than like, or that's turning into more than liking me, especially when that gives her an attitude. Like, you know, I be wanting to leave and she pouting and shit. Like, oh shit, like she really fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, but yeah, I agree with certain things on the list in terms of like these are markers that say like, yo, a woman is interested in you. Once again, is it the full blueprint? No. But if I see those things and I paid attention to those things or what she's doing, yeah, I agree with it.
So since you're the last person, Flash, I want to ask you, because this is the next question. So describe a woman that you know is like loving you. What does that woman look like?
Check it out. If your dick stopped working and she still love you, nigga, she for you, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
That's not my reality, though. That's not my reality.
I'll never know. I'll never know if she loves me. Figure those words. I'll never know. Very audacious to assume that it's not working.
I did know. Crazy shit is, I asked the chick the other day, right? I was like, yo, let me ask you a question. If I didn't fuck you so good, would you still like me as much? And she kind of struggled to answer the question. It's real shit. Real shit. Like, I feel like
it's because the answer is no, my guy.
Right.
That's easy. That's an easy answer, actually. The no answer is the answer, baby.
The fuck this.
That's a hard no, my nigga.
I mean, you can't be mad at her.
HSD.
That's out the table now. Like,
yeah. Shit is real. Women are ruthless, my nigga. They're ruthless.
And that's wild to think about that too, because you got to think about like as men, what would we do after
in the same way?
Like on the other foot, it's like if she tells you like, yo, I'm incapable of having sex with you, and then maybe she'll tell you like my mouth also don't get saliva no more or some shit. Like, what do you do, nigga? Like
a man don't need, like she don't have to say that. A man just need to feel that he gonna start looking elsewhere. That's pretty much how it is. That's always how it's been.
That's true, Bugs.
You don't have to say, you just have to feel it.
All right, so can we describe a person, what that looks like to us? Because I think that's what we were doing, but I just want to know. Do you have like a list? You know,
I don't have a list, but I got a feeling in terms of what you was asking, as far as like what does the woman loving on me look like?
Yeah, that you know that she's ready. You know what I'm saying? And
like
it may be scary for you if you're sophisticatedly ratchet. You don't know if you're ready to love. That was your answer, right? It was sophisticatedly ratchet. It wasn't yes. Right. Okay.
Right. So you want to know like what a woman looks like?
What would that look like for you?
Yeah, I understand. Like I can answer the question, but go ahead.
I'll let Mo go if you need some more time.
Just to preface it.
Go ahead.
Okay, so for instance, so for me, what that would look like for me is if a male is, I think for me, anything that I like that we're thinking the same way, but it's different when it comes from a male because these are things that males don't usually talk about. So for instance, if a male is saying when are we doing this? When are we going to get married? I talking about moving in, speaking about moving in, things like that. Speaking about marriage, talking about financial. Okay, let us get an account. When these things is coming from the male perspective, for me, that's how I know the person loves me and is definitely speaking about the future, because you're mentioning us using terms
or
like
ready
that.
for love,
or ready for love, I should say, is ready for love, because that's what they see it as. They see it as us together, so they're ready to love. When they start using back to the terms is very big, because I don't feel like a lot of people usually, we all individually think about ourselves. Everybody thinks about themselves first usually, but when somebody's talking about us and we and talking about moving in, what does that look like for them, and they're bringing up all these things for the future, they are ready to love. And that's how I feel.
Okay, so I get that now. All right,
so they're constantly talking about the next step,
right.
The future,
right? The future, not just next step, but not even just the next step. I want to be clear, because they could talk about the next step and saying, hey, I want a restaurant. The next step with you, including you, even into the next step. Even when they're talking about the restaurant, I want to do a restaurant or whatever, but I want you to be involved in it. Or I want to do a shop and I want you to be involved in it. So that's what it is. Not just the next step about what they want to do, but they're fitting you into that as well.
I get that, Mo. I feel like that'd be super audacious if like a guy doesn't take that as a clear indicator that this woman wants to love him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's a big one. And when I think about it, that might be like a main one, because we talk so much about like affirmations and what we want and whatnot, and writing your thoughts down and for like the things that you want out of life. And so I definitely think that when we need to like see a vision of our future, or have like some imagination of that. And
so when she sees you in that vision and she shares that vision with you, you feel
like that's an affirmation. Yeah, that's an affirmation that she's speaking out to me. You know what I'm saying? And it's wild too, because like have
you felt that before?
Yeah, I've had women do that before. They definitely see a future with me, or they'll they'll even go to like a what they call the people that read your future, the psychic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they'll tell me about like what they saw in like a vision of us and this, that, and the third. And those are just clear indicators for me that are saying like, yo, this woman sees me in her future. She sees me like either having kids, moving in. Yeah. So people who speak about the future with you, that's a big thing to say, or green light to say like, yo, this person either loves me or at least they see themselves being with me for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that would be what I would use. Yeah, I agree.
Longevity definitely counts.
Anybody else want to add before I go?
As far as qualities for love that I think that self-love is the main quality that you need to have, because if you don't love yourself, then I think it's hard to love somebody else. When I'm dealing with somebody, I need to know that you love yourself. I need to know that you take care of yourself. You make your mental health a priority. You know, those things are important. Maturity is important in terms of knowing that someone's ready to love, because being responsible for loving somebody, you got to be mature for that. You know, you impact someone heavily when they have your heart, you know, so maturity is very, very important. And I think being vulnerable is a big sign of quality to show that you're ready to love. Yes. You know, being vulnerable, sharing that, you know, I got these past things that happened to me and this person hurt me, so I'm telling you this so you don't hurt me. You know what I mean? To let them know that, you know, my story, because everybody's story is different. Everybody's perspective is different. And being able to express that with somebody, that lets me know you're ready for love. I'd be like, oh shit, you got all those things, man. All right, boom. I can receive you and I can give you those things back. For me, those are the qualities.
Wow. I love that.
Yes. Fact.
You muted, moderator. You muted.
Yeah, you're muted. Yeah.
You muted.
That was key for me too, Max. I
key,
absolutely love that. And I'm gonna go next because I agree with a lot of those things.
I agree with
we have to be. I feel like as people, we should be aware of our traumas and actively working on them. Because I can't see anybody ready to love if they haven't worked on themselves yet.
Facts.
Yeah, we all have work to do.
Yep.
Right. So I want to know that you're aware of your traumas. You're actively working on it. You don't have to be like completely over it, because we're never over anything. You know, things come up. We're still human, right? But you know some tools that you can use to help you. You're always seeking help. You know, you're aware. Another thing is being open to just be transparent and say, I'm going to own that. What is the other word for that? Accepting? No. It's another word. Acknowledging. Yeah, like I want somebody that's going to be like, yo, my bad, and be transparent with that. I was at fault with that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of people that are not there yet. They're not ready. They're always blaming.
Acknowledge or ownership too is another word too.
It's audacious to assume that somebody's at the same level as you when you go into a relationship. You know, that's just not a good assumption to make, because everybody's different. And you got to figure out where the person is before you decide to make a commitment or give your love to that person, because that shit hurts when you don't get it back.
I don't think it's audacious coming into the relationship. I don't think it's audacious to think that you're coming into the relationship thinking that things going to be on equal terms. So I don't think it's audacious at all.
No, I say it's audacious to assume that you're coming in on equal terms, right? To assume that you are both at the same space when you meet each other. I think you got to grow to that.
Okay. Also, to me, I feel like if I meet a man that is financially ready, or stable and able to support me and children, like that is key for me too. You know, what if I wasn't able to work? Would my man be able to hold us down? Like I think of things like that too. I also, as a woman, and I'm now, you know, I dated women too. Right now, I'm like close to women because I've been hurt so bad. Right now, I'm focusing on men. And I want to know if this man is going to be my protector. I want to know if I could come to him and he be my safe haven. And I've never felt like that with a woman, which is just kind of weird for me. I felt like I could talk to them about things, but I never wanted a woman to protect me. But now that I'm really going after men, I want to feel protected by you. I want to know that you got my best interest and that you're going to have my back, you know? So those are some of the things that come up for me. But how do I know? Go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry. No, I didn't know you was finished. Go ahead.
No, I'll be done because I agree with everything that was on the list. Like someone that's thinking about the future, someone that is including me in things. And also I want them to go through their whole phase. I want 45 and better at this age. You know, like I can't fuck with the niggas that are in their 30s. They don't know what they want. 45 and better. I want to know that you've been around the block, that you know exactly what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't trying to play the field no more. And if you're 45 and better and you're still trying to play the field, you're not ready for me, right? Because I'm not.
You know what I think is interesting about that, TJ, is that you want an older man, and I think older dudes want a younger woman.
Wait, I'm not younger? at this age?
I'm not coming for you,
trying to
but I'm
blame
just
me? You
saying.
trying to cover my
No,
age?
no. That's not what I mean. I'm just
So they don't
saying,
want me, is what you're trying to say. Old men don't want me.
I'm saying that more seasoned women come with more baggage versus younger women who aren't as seasoned with
You're right.
all type of experiences that make them jaded toward men. So I think that is important to take into account because again, everybody comes into this shit different.
I know, and that's very true too, right? But you also know if a man is 45, 50, he knows that if he's dating a girl, she may already have kids. Girls are having kids in their 20s.
20s, yeah.
Exactly.
When I come through, and I got my career, I don't got no kids, I ain't got no baby daddy, I ain't got no baggage, my credit scores, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, I'm looking like a package. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
I get what you're saying, and I know a lot of guys that are like, yo, I feel like kids. I actually had one of my exes tell me, like, I don't date women that got kids because it's baggage. And I said, not all kids are baggage. Baggage to me is like, if he got problems with his baby mama, he's not a good father, he's not doing what he needs to do, and they got drama, that's baggage. But if you have a guy that has kids and he has a great relationship with his baby mama, he has a great relationship with his kids, I don't see that as baggage at all. But I know some men that see that as baggage,
So
anyway,
I just don't want nothing to do with that because it's like it's not their family.
Yeah, and that's another thing. He's not ready to love me if that's how he felt and I had kids. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
So, Flash, I'll let you go.
Correct.
Nah, yeah, I was just listening to everybody, but I was just thinking like, even when I think of how people are supposed to be like ready to love, I feel like you need to have some sort of like people patience in order to want to love on somebody, and you got to be willing to introduce new ideas into this ecosystem that you built around you, because ultimately, like, this person who you are probably going to want to be around and get influenced by, like, they're going to change certain things about you, or they're going to have an effect on certain things on you. And I feel like you have to, besides like the future planning things, you have to be willing to be like affected by somebody.
Of course, you have to be willing to compromise. You have to be willing to change, because that's like the ultimate goal. Like with marriage, marriage is compromising. That shit is hard as hell. You can't stay in a marriage and be like, oh, I'm going to just... Everything, yes,
everything is a compromise.
When you're ready to compromise, you can't have things just your way. You might as well be single like Flash. I mean, like Shade. Sorry, now you're Flash.
Word. I'm like, what?
Sorry, I meant Shade.
Yeah, like Shade.
Anyway, you completed Flash?
Like, how'd you know? Yeah. Is shit right, Flash?
Damn, nigga. They want me. I'm not.
When I use his
name. Chill, gang, chill.
So I'm gonna go then. In terms of concluding it, so I agree with most of y'all. So this is Boogie speaking. In terms of what I think is important is quality. Flash kind of alluded to growth and I feel like, when you're in a relationship with someone, I feel like people underestimate how much changes in that relationship and how much you need to adapt to that change. The ups and downs of it. Like when you start a relationship, whatever age, whatever career that you at, next year, 2 years into it, you're in a different place, different job, whatever, different phase of the relationship. And I feel like there's a different thought process that, people change. And I feel like people can, in a relationship, you can lose track of that. In terms of not understanding the change, not being, receptive to it and understanding. You can be doing things, like you can be putting in the effort that you put into the relationship that you did in the beginning, and that probably was sufficient in the beginning, but that may not be the kind of it may not be as effective as it was maybe 2-3 years in with the kind of whatever environment, whatever phase of the relationship that y'all in. And I feel like people forget that. People kind of go back into that same previous rhythm without really understanding that. So I feel like a good quality for me is just someone who kind of understands that change.
So piggyback on that, Boogie, I think that the relationship changes, but the standards for the relationship has to change as the relationship changes, right? Because you don't want to be doing old shit for a new person, right? I'm doing that same old shit that we was doing 2 years ago, and that don't work.
I don't want to say like the standards change, but I do feel like the standards are not the same. They can change and evolve because you have more wants and needs in terms of your career and personal progression. So the relationship has more standards. I don't know what those are specifically, but I do feel like they change, for lack of a better term. And, in relationships, sometimes people don't understand that. that change.
Right. So that's why you need to have a check-in in the relationship and say, now we on. All right, boo. Now I see it going here. Where are we now in this level?
Quarterly
That's
check.
right.
And that's
Yeah,
easier
you
said
have
than
to-
done. Like those
No,
kind of constant check-ins, like we could be talking.
not
Like, you could be in a
constant.
relationship.
I'm not saying constant, but
Well,
it does
I
need to
think
be a point where
relationships
you're
is
checking
constant
in and
check-ins. You
having.
kind of have to do
It
that.
should be. Well, it
Right,
should be.
it
Right.
should be,
It should be, but it should be a communication. So you have to communicate.
All right, let's get real personal.
Well, I'll end it then. In terms of that understanding, I think that's one, and I do feel like the second thing I just want to comment it is the listening thing. Like, I feel like people want to be heard in relationships, but I feel like listening is something that is difficult, and I say that especially when it's something that's, you know, we don't talk about accountability, but accountability in relationships is always important. And I think that's also a good quality. Someone who's ready to love, someone who's accountable for themselves and their actions.
Yes, I said that.
Yes,
that's what I meant to say.
If you did,
I said ownership. I couldn't come up with that word. That's
no, you said accountable. No, we said it. We said accountable. Yeah.
But I feel like being accountable means listening to that constructive criticism. Meaning, like, if you're putting 100% and you feel like you're doing the best, your partner will be like, hey, you know, I've been trying to tell you this, and I feel like this effort that you're putting in is not really what I need. I understand that you're helping, but it's not really helping me. And I feel like, you know, you have to be that kind of person to kind of receive that and not take that personally. A lot of people shut down, get defensive when you start like attacking them. Like, they're trying to do good and you're making them feel like they're doing bad. And I'm speaking for myself right now. Like, I could be doing something good and I'm trying to like help you out. You make me feel like I'm doing bad. I could maybe close off, or at least back in the day I would close off. And that is not a quality. A good quality is someone that's ready to love. And I feel like hopefully I've identified that, but that's something I feel like is important to kind of get rid of, that wall. Like, if you really gonna be vulnerable, you have to kind of accept that sometimes your best is open to constructive criticism. Sometimes you do need, I don't know. I'm not
and really quick,
but
and I like what you said there, and remember, that's your partner, so it's coming from a place of love. It's not a lot of times they take it. We take it personal. It's coming.
But that's your partner. They're not there to like. They're not there to fuck with you. They're telling that because they want to help you. And I feel like that gets lost in translation. Where it starts getting personal. Where it's like me against you.
Or defensive, right?
So we feel attacked.
We feel attacked, but it's coming from a place of love. It really is. That's your partner. And
when you're in a relationship like that, when you're really talking about love, I feel like that kind of personal kind of energy has to go, because y'all really like it's a team at this point, not one person of us, a team.
Correct.
So it's more important to seek understanding, right? So you listen to your partner, and I really want to understand you, because we're totally different people. Like, you say something and I interpret it this way, I say something and you to interpret it a different way. So it's really important that I understand where you're coming from and you understand where I'm coming from, so we're not offended.
I feel like people want to be understood, but I feel like people like in the relationships, they don't like, they want to be understood in the relationship, but they're not really trying to understand the partner. I feel like it's the inverse. People are trying to be heard.
Like
people want to have their opinion expressed so they can be kind of like have their opinion put out there, their feelings. But in terms of real, like being ready to love, you have to be willing to receive them as well, not just be concerned about putting your feelings out there. If that makes sense. Because that is what boils down to a lot of arguments. People trying to put their feelings out there. No, I'm hurt. Well, I'm hurt. Well, no, I'm hurt more. Things of that nature to some degree, if that makes sense. And I feel like it needs to kind of get outside of that and start.
That's noise though. That's like you guys aren't hearing each other. You know, like that. That's a break in communication.
Each other, right? Right. You can hear, but do you understand?
You'd be surprised how noisy relationships are when you really think about that.
They are. They're very noisy.
But that's why it's important. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Mash. Finish up.
No, I was gonna say that's why you need to find someone who's mature, you know, who can actually have a deeper conversation and can receive that information that you're given, you know, and acknowledge that, okay, this person isn't trying to hurt me. They're actually trying to help me be a better partner for them, you know. But like you said, some people can't receive that. You know, it's difficult.
Or it takes time to. Like I feel like maturity is something that is it's not like people don't have it. It's like it takes time for people to get it sometimes. You could be mature.
I want you to be there before you come find me. How about that?
That's right. That's right.
Get all your shit together and then come over here. You ain't ready yet.
I feel like the mentality like of us behaving as if we're quote unquote mature and other people have to mature with, instead of having the mentality that I'm mature, but I know I can mature more. I feel like that's important.
Of course, I feel like everybody can mature more.
I'm not with the mentality like, hey, you need to clean your shit up and then come back to me. No, it's like I know that I got my own shit. I know that you got your own shit. So
but the difference, but I do want to say, can I say this? It is a difference because, like, for instance, okay, I'm just using an example and then we can move on. But yes, I feel like I'm mature too. I'm always going to have maturing to do. But one thing that you said is like, oh, I have my thing and I have your thing. And I do have my thing, but I did the work for my thing. I went to counseling for my thing. I have done the work. So while I have my thing, but I have did the work to handle and work on my thing. Did you do your work? And because and the reason why I say that is because in a relationship, if I'm doing the work for something that I've had and you have your thing and you didn't do the work, right there, we clashing already. You didn't do your work. I did my work.
That's a different scenario though.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about where one side is kind of incomplete or kind of lacking and the other side isn't. I'm talking about where both sides are equal, because that is the point. Both sides
right.
are equal.
So to get equal, both of the partners maybe need to do the work together so that we're now on equal term, because it is part of it though. Because if I'm dealing with personal, demons, and it's just like, and you're dealing with your personal thing, we still got to come together. Damn, I'm dealing with this. Maybe I need to do this individually. You need to do this individually. And then, because the communication changes. The communication then changes, and you're not internalizing everything. It's coming from a place of love. So we
victim role to everything.
Right, exactly. It's not that. But I just wanted to say that piece. Go ahead.
So we're going to close it out in a little bit, but this is going to be the last question. I know that everyone here has said, I loved you. Do you guys remember the first 8? How old were you when you said, I love you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think my parents forced me to say that shit, probably. I don't know.
In a relationship.
In a relationship?
To a girl. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
I got love for you, but I ain't in love with you. Come on, Flash. How old were you?
Yeah, I love you.
Yeah, to a significant other.
I'm pretty. Yeah, I think
I was in high school when I told my girlfriend that I loved her, and she clapped me up. So
Well, what did that mean for you at that time? I want to know. You were old, so you. Were,
I don't know how to feel when you say it like that. Neither match, but that's just.
You just still loved her, and she was cheating on you. It's okay. But what made you feel like you were in love at that age? What was it that made you feel like I love her and I want to tell her I love her?
I think it's because at
you
that
were
time,
16?
I was 16 in high school, so I would say that because she was my person at that time. She was the main person.
Felt like it was something that you were supposed to say, or did you feel feelings?
Well, I mean, that was so long ago.
You can't remember.
I mean, I don't know what my feelings were back then, but I know that go ahead.
I can speak for myself as a man. I can know that when my first feelings was certainty.
I don't know.
I know, like when I said it, it's because I knew it. I felt it. It wasn't like I was.
How old were you?
Shit, hell if I know.
Like under 20?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you knew what love was at that time?
No.
I'll just tell you how I interpret it in terms of the energy. Like when I say I love you, it means I got your back. It means like if you need something, I'm here for you. I'm not going to judge you. Like I feel like that's the feeling I have when I say that. And obviously like there's some time spent to get to that point. So like I'm being genuine with you when I say that. Like I fuck with you in some sort of form of fashion. So yeah.
Okay. And now Flash, you go ahead.
Nah,
how old were you and what were you feeling when you said it? Like,
so number one, I feel like I was 16 or 17, and this is definitely like one of my older like first girlfriends or some shit. And I don't even think I understood what love was, because when she said it to me.
Oh, she said it first. And that was one of my other questions. Like, have you ever said it first?
Yeah. So this is my thing. She said it to me, but she said it during an argument. I remember this shit because I remember like, oh my God, like she said she loved me. Like she said it during an argument, and it threw me the fuck off. Because I'm sitting here like, I'm sitting there and I wanted to be mad, and and I realized like, damn, did she just use it? Now that when you think about it later in life, it's like, damn, did she just use the L word to kind of win an argument or to kind of like ease an argument? But I remember her saying it, and I'm just sitting here like, if it fucked me up because like I wasn't even mad no more. And this is the first time she said it, like while we was in the heat of a debacle.
That's because she meant that shit. She meant that shit, my guy.
No, I don't think she meant it, because she was a compulsive liar. So I don't think she ever meant it. But I
was thinking of the Will Smith scene when he was in a restaurant naked in a fat bodysuit, and Lisa caught him, and they was arguing. It's because I love you, and I'm thinking it's because that's how he really felt. I'm thinking that's
I think she was just trying to shut me up, or we were just trying to stop arguing about something. But I found
that's a crazy thing to use to shut you up.
That's
manipulative.
Yeah, but and this is the kind of person she was though. But you don't know that, because once again, when somebody kind of is saying certain things to you like, yo, I love you, you can be super blindsided by what that means, because you're trying to equate that to what you feel love is, and you just like, you love me. Well, shit, this is what love is to me. So you really feel this way about me? And this is why I said I personally know I didn't understand love in terms of a relationship level to what me and this woman were dealing with, at the time or whatnot. So I feel like I was saying it out of habit and not out of like purpose in terms of wanting to just relay the message back like, yo, I love you. And now, like the way I am right now, though, I don't say I love you to nobody unless I mean that shit. And if it upsets you, that I don't say it back to you, whether it's on demand or first or whatever, then that's on you. That's on you, right? Because when you ask me to give you a feedback loop on my feelings, like that's what you're gonna get. And if it's not there for me, it's important for me to even let you know, like, hey, you might be expecting this or you might want this, but I'm not here yet. You know what I'm saying? And if that upsets you at the time and the degree of where we're at with the relationship, and you feel like, okay, he doesn't love me after, you know, a lot of women, they put time on shit. They be like, hey, if you don't love me after 6 months, a year, this, that, and the third, then sometimes
I'm sorry, though. The relationship is different, though. The relationship is different. If you be like, I don't know, if you do say I love you at some point, and it's like it don't get returned at some point, I do feel like that does.
I mean, I don't know, but this is my thing. This is my thing. You could, but that's because you are expecting somebody to tell you they love you back in order to
when your heart chakra was closed.
I say respectfully, I've never heard of a woman being in any type of relationship where she says I love you and it don't get returned for whatever some time later and she's still in that relationship. It just,
once again, is it genuine when he says it, or is he saying it just to return it back?
Yeah, exactly.
And if a woman is really interested in you and she really loves you, I'd rather you tell me when it's authentic and genuine, as opposed to saying it just to say it back.
And I have told people before, Boogie, I'm being honest. I've told people before, just because you say you love me, I may not say it back right away
because you don't feel it.
I don't feel it at the time, and I'm not going to say I love you, because then that's what causes the mix up right there. Because now it's like, oh, I said I love. No. I say no shade and respectfully. Just if just because you tell me you love me, I don't want you to expect that I'm going to say it back, because I may not. Because I don't play with the word, and I'm not going to say it unless I mean it.
And let me tell you something. I'm not one of these habit niggas either, because sometimes if my chick tell me she love me, sometimes I just tell her thank you, or I appreciate your love. It don't always got to be like I love you. I want to say I love you back in the same instance or at all. It just depends on where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that it's important that when I do love a woman, yes, I do tell her, that I love her. And I find the moments when I know I want to say it to her, and not when she wants, to get that quick feedback. Like,
and
it happens.
Suggestion, Flash.
What's
when
up?
you do say that to a woman, like, thank you, it would be nice if you coupled it with your rationale. Like, I really want to be in love with you when I say it, or when I'm ready to say it. Because I feel like that was a little harsh. Just hearing you say that, like, thank you, is like,
I mean, you find it harsh.
Thank you to me, Mo. Like, I could tell.
No.
You
getting it?
This nigga said thank
you. Yo, Flash.
You see what I mean, Flash? It's different.
But
I got you, Flash.
But if you couple it with your rationale, your explanation, like, I want to love you, I want to get there, I'm just not there yet. And I'll be like, okay.
I got a story very similar to Flash. I was courting a young lady. We've been dating for a while, and we were out at a bar, and she was there with all her friends. And then I pull up to the bar, I meet her friends for the first time, bought them a bottle. We all sitting there, we drinking, we talking, and we was at the bar. And she said, she said, I never had a man like you, treat me and my friends like this. She said, I love you. And I was like, thank you. And she got upset. Right? She got upset because I said thank you. And I didn't preface it with all that other stuff because I wasn't there when she said that. This was just me being
also at the bar. And it was like, I love you. She didn't say it like I love you with this just you and her type shit. But okay.
See, but just by me responding that way, she got triggered by the thank you. Right? But in hindsight, she was like, I appreciate the fact that you didn't just say it because I said it to you. I appreciate that you kept it a stack. And when you did feel that way, you expressed it. So I don't think it's always necessary to preface it when it's said, because sometimes you don't need to preface it. Sometimes my thank you should be enough when you say something to me like that.
It is. I hear you, Mash, and I agree with you. But I also think her throwing out "I love you" because you bought me and my friends a bottle.
I didn't.
And I don't think if she really.
It wasn't just a bottle. I think it was the accumulation of things and then that experience.
The conversation, good vibes, good energy, all that.
It's not the time and place. If you really wanted to talk to him and tell him like I love you, that wasn't the time and place, because you put him on the spot.
I feel like Mash is not like Mash. You bought how many homegirls she was had over there?
It doesn't matter.
It does. He bought a bottle for how many homegirls? 4. So it's like her 4 homegirls, and it's like you came through with a bottle. You probably had a conversation, good stories, good time. Like, I imagine it was a great vibe. Maybe it was an overwhelming feeling she had that made her kind of just like, yo, I can't believe he did that for us, just over nothing.
Right, but I
don't feel like it was out of place for her to say that. That was how she felt.
I don't think it was out of place. I think to expect something. If they was driving home, like let's say they was driving home together.
That true is true, TJ. You're right.
And I think if they left,
you shouldn't have got upset.
And I think if they left together and they were in the car or something like that, and she said that, I could see that because now it's that one-on-one conversation. But I just think in the moment she probably
she said that like publicly, everybody like in front of.
She said it in the she said it in the bar.
It was just me and her. It was just me and her having the conversation at the bar. Right.
I didn't think she said it like in front of everybody for like him to like react. I thought it was like a private kind of thing.
The only reason why I'm like saying this is because I could see myself in that situation. Oh, you looked out for me, my friends is feeling you too. Like, yo, I love you. And it's not just because you bought us a bar. It's everything that you've been doing that makes me feel like I love you. But for her to expect you to say I love you back at that point in time is just, to me, it was like awkward. It was absurd. I feel like
it ruined the moment. Like obviously with her expecting
I'll take the thank you for now, but in another conversation, if I say, I think I love you or I love you, that's when I want to have a conversation about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not expecting you to say anything that's not genuine to you, and I'm not going to be upset if you said thank you. I just feel like if I'm sitting you down and I'm saying I really love you and whatever, and you say thank you.
No, but
to me, like
TJ, but you saying a moment like that, and that's different. I will say like if it's a moment where she needs to hear it, then I get it, and if that's where I'm at with her, then it's nothing for me to reciprocate that. But I'm just saying at the same time, no, there are moments where we can just do it in stride, and it's like it's a thank you. I appreciate the fact that you can even verbalize that for me, and I'm thanking you for letting me hear that for the day or something like that, because maybe it's just what I needed as well. Right. It's not just about like me just wanting to have to say like it's a mechanical response. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you.
Yes.
No, that's not what this is for me. Like let me express and do that.
I agree.
I might buy you flowers the same day just to show you like just I love you. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Like let me decide and narrate that sometimes though. I mean,
and I also think when it's just repetitive, I agree with you, Flack. I'm sorry.
When they doing it
every 5 seconds, it's just like, oh, I love you. Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you.
I mean, not every 5 seconds, bro. Come on, not every.
There's got to be a cool down. There's got to be a cool down. I love you.
Yeah, like you gotta let the world breathe.
I mean, see, and this is what I'm trying to say. Y'all talking about Mo, not every 5, and I'm telling you, when it is like that, it gets annoying because at some point it's like, all right, already. Like now it's just too much.
Right, do you think that's because you feel like it loses its passion or loses its power when it's said so often? Is that what that is?
It definitely does.
Yes, it does. It could be said often and then it's just like, are you just saying it a lot because you just want me to say it back? Like, okay, I gotta say that. Like, come
remember,
on,
like love is the action, not the words. Saying I love you ain't shit. It's the action that you do all around that and always show you love. You can say I love you, I love you, and treat the person like shit. Right, or you could be like, or you could treat a person like you really love him, never say the words. I guarantee you that person is like articulating that love better than the person who says I love you and don't do shit.
Yo, Boogie, you hit on something right there where I was about to go with it and some real shit. Mash, in the situation you was in, first off, I want to address that.
Get him,
when a girl said, I love you, it seemed more like I appreciate you type of I love you.
That's what I felt too.
Like,
when
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
oh, I fucking love you. You know what I'm saying? So for you to say thank you, I feel was appropriate. You shouldn't have responded with I love you. So I felt like if she was actually saying to say she loved you, I felt like she was trying to say it to not be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? And she kind of fucked it up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Her reaction fucked everything up. Everything was good till her reaction.
She ended up with a thank you. No, I'm talking about the way she said I love you. It didn't seem serious. It didn't seem genuine. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like something she would say in that situation.
Based on the story Mash told, he didn't even take it as something like more than that. He was like, just thank you because it was all
thank
good.
You. You know what I'm saying? That's an appropriate.
And I use love very frequently. Like, oh my God, I love that. Love you. I love you.
Right.
I don't mean I love you and I'm in love with you. That's a serious conversation that comes off in a different way. It's not at a bar.
That's why I said
buy my girls a bottle.
That's why I said it would be different if they was like
in the car together.
In the car together, and after the club, she then now said, you know what? Like, yo, I love you. Like, I just love it. And that's where the conversation would have got deep. Yeah. But for me, I take it like how you explain the shit. Like, we're just like, yo, like, I love you, yo. You bought me, like, that's how I took it. So the fact that he responded, thank you. I appreciate you. I wouldn't be offended by it either.
Absolutely not.
I probably would respond to how Mash responds.
Yeah, I was just thinking like anybody who was in the club, man or woman, Mash come buy you a bottle and have a good conversation. Like, yo, everybody could be like, yo, man, I love you.
Yeah,
I was thinking something like, yo, I do the same thing she did.
You know what I'm saying? And then like,
no, me and Bottle will come to the club, make a nice conversation. Come through, spew gosh. Shit.
It's an hour and 30 minutes. Usually our episodes are around this time. We can keep going because we're literally friends. We do this shit every day, tribe.
Let me finish my response.
Let him finish his response.
Go ahead, Shay.
Start cutting shit off, okay? Anyhow,
that don't sound like your heart chakra is open. Do you want me to get the singing bowl for that ass again?
You want me to try to cut the shit off? I didn't finish my
response. It's an hour and 30 minutes.
Can I at least say I'm complete? The fuck?
Damn, Shake.
Very audacious of you, TJ. That's very audacious of you to shut my man down.
Audacious.
Okay. I feel like I was coming with love. My bad, Shake. Go ahead.
Okay,
you need to get icy, TJ. That's what you need to do. You need to get icy, these motherfuckers. You too nice. You too nice. Too nice.
But okay. A reason why I don't think I'm saying I love you is important, and you know, I'm not gonna say I haven't said it before because I've said it.
How old were you? That was the question that I asked everybody.
We went over. I was married.
And you never meant it at that age. That
I didn't think it was significant enough for me to remember.
Go back and say that again. What you just said, bro. About marriage.
Huh?
You just said. Say it again.
I said I was married before, so I had to say it at some point. You feel what I'm saying? And to me,
you mean it when you got married. Obviously.
To me, saying I love you wasn't that significant a thing for me. And I don't think saying I love you matters. I believe showing I love you matters. You understand what I'm saying? Showing I love you means I'm there for you. Showing I love you means, what does showing I love you mean for you? You know what I'm saying? Saying I love you don't mean shit. It's just words. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel like
if you don't value your words, if you don't agree with the four agreements where and being impeccable with you, you're going to say anything. And so nobody should believe anything you say is what you're saying right now.
I don't feel like I have to reciprocate everything you're saying. I feel like in order for me, I feel like if you're saying I love you, I don't think I have to say it back. You know
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that you're saying that you love the person, but you never really love them because the only way you're showing that you love them is when you act it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, when you do the action.
You're telling people don't honor my words because I can say it, but until I act it,
whatever. Let me show you I love you. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
is more valuable than saying I love you. What was you about to say, Flash?
I feel like you should do both, though. I feel like it's funny. I do both. Anyway, go ahead, Flash.
Nah, I just be laughing because I be telling Mash about this too, but and this is not relationship shit, but it's my mom or whatnot. And all my life, you know, I've known my mom. My mom is not a person that verbalizes "I love you" to her children like that. But I love my mom, and I know my mom represents love in ways where she doesn't actually say she loves me, but do I ever feel like I'm not loved? No, I've never felt like that my whole life from this woman. You know what I'm saying? So it's like she found a way to give me that love and not even have to say the words. And it's funny now to me though, because like as I've grown older, I like using the verbiage of I love you to people when I feel like I want to say it. So nowadays I kind of, you know, say it to her because I want to see it, like if she's either capable of saying it back or even if she wants to say it. And it's funny to me though, because sometimes I like run around the crib or like I'll tell her I love her initially and it used to throw her off. And when I would say I love you, Ma, she would just go, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here like, that was a weird response. Like just like your mom says, you know what I'm saying? So I used to nowadays what I do is I corner her when I want to hear it. And I corner her in the corner. I'd be like, Ma, I love you. And she'd be like, huh? And I'd be like, say it back. Say it. And, you know, she'll say it because she knows, like, damn, I want to hear it sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I've found
and that's why it's important, Shake. Hello.
But I feel like no shade with mothers is different because my mother doesn't say I love you neither. But I know for a fact to never.
With your girl too. You can show it in a million ways, but it's nice to hear it.
I know I'm trying to say that like the relationship with like a mother and like girls is different. Like I feel like my moms can get away with always saying not saying I love you because I know for a fact of how she shows it on the day to day with food on the table, just the way she.
But wouldn't it be nice to hear it, like Flash is explaining?
No. Don't get me wrong. Of course, it's nice to hear it, but it's my mom's. I already know that she loves me without me having to hear it. I feel Flash feels the same way, even though he wants to hear it. It's like even if he didn't, it's not like he's thinking, "Oh, my mom don't love me." No,
right.
But I feel like for my girl, I wouldn't have that same kind of energy. Like if
The
I
expectation
was,
is different.
yeah, I feel like there's a like no disrespect to what you're saying, Max. Like Flash turns to your mom's because I do have a similar thing, but I would look at the relationship I have with a lady significantly different than my mom's. I have different expectations to have my mom's. It's night and day.
Okay.
Like my mom's could definitely get away with not saying I love you. My girl could not.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, does that work for y'all? Like, could y'all be in a relationship where it's like, hey, my partner just never says that, and I mean,
I don't like saying it. I don't
need you to.
I have to.
So you're okay? Like you're okay if she don't say it to you.
Even if you don't say it often, I think I at
I'm
least
good
need to
with
hear it in some context. Like, you know,
I'm good with
you
her
don't
not
have to
saying
say
it. I
it
feel like
every
she
minute,
makes
but
her
I would
conversation
have to.
uncomfortable when she says it because she wants me to say it back, and I don't want to have to say it back. So I don't want to be put in a situation where I have to say it back. So
I feel bad for any bitch that is fucking with you right now. I would not want to fucking with him right now. His heart chakra is so closed. Just look at his body language. If you're not following us on YouTube, please follow us on YouTube. So Ratchet Podcast.
But that makes me.
That was the iciest comment I heard all day. Like I don't feel bad for any bitch that's fucking with you.
No, I have a lot of, and I'm not trying to put Shake on the spot either. But it's like now I have some questions. Like Cardi B, I got some questions.
Like who hurt you?
Like no, not
why
even
are
that.
you the way that you are?
No,
have
because
you done your work?
If you were married,
no.
So if you were married though, so I guess what I really, because I know
he was married.
Are you right?
Kids.
You were married. So are you trying to say that you never
loved her?
You never loved her, or you was just?
I didn't say it that often. I don't say it that often.
Yeah, because you know what, your actions never owned up to it. You cheated, right? You did shit to fuck up the marriage, right? So of course, a person like you is not going to be open to hearing the word when you feel like you're doing things to show it. You know what I mean? But if you're not doing things to show it, of course you're not going to want that word to come out like that either. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have much power for the word when people do things that don't show that they love you. You know, and you said that in the beginning when you said, I do all those things that show that I love you, but I don't even love you.
We didn't say that. It shows that you are interested in moving on in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Or interested in marriage. There wasn't that I love you, interested in marriage. All right.
It was whether you are ready
marriage
for
and
love.
Synonymous?
It was ready for love.
Are you audacious?
That's actually another question, but we have no time for that. Yeah, we don't
Mm-hmm.
have time for that right now. Like I said, Tribe, we can go on forever with this.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, it's a good question, Shake. I love that shit.
All right, sorry. Go ahead. I'll let him say that because I know he's gonna say I cut him off. You know, and I'm treating you cold today, and I'm ice.
I had to get at least one.
That is actually one of the things that we brainstormed. We wanted to answer that question, but we have no time. This was a great episode.
Sound like a part two.
Tribe, thank you for listening.
Sound like a part two.
Yeah, I'm down for it. I'm down for it.
Ready to love part 2. Like I said, we can go on forever because we're friends. We do this on a regular, and that's why we.
Nah, we can go. This is a topic. We can definitely go
Tribe.
part 2. That was an interesting question, Shake. No lie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I'm gonna close it out with that. If you you guys, well, let's do the tally for the word of the week.
Damn right, you fucking damn right. Let's
yes.
Go ahead.
Point horrors unite. Point horrors unite.
The final word of the week was tally.
You know what?
I'm 8.
Go ahead.
1, Mo 1, Flash 4, TJ none, Boogie 1.
Now, sometimes you got to let the ops think they winning. That's all it is, man.
Exactly. That's good.
He did nothing all the time.
Men lie, women lie. Men lie, women lie.
Throwaway game. Throwaway game.
I'm going to close this out with this song.
Close us out, TJ.
After I say where you can find us, okay? Yes. So you can find us everywhere you hear podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Can I tell you, I was listening to us on YouTube or watching us on YouTube. And a link came up and said you can listen to us on Amazon Music. Did y'all know we was on Amazon Music too?
Say what?
We are on Amazon Music. We're everywhere you hear podcasts, Tribe.
Yes.
If you want to connect with us, you can hit us up on our IG. We're at So Ratchet Podcast. We're also on Twitter, So Ratchet Pod. We're starting to create our TikTok profile. So follow us on TikTok. Share us with a friend. And we're going to close it out with this Beautiful song by India Irie. Thank you, Mo, for the suggestion. All
right, Tribe. We love you guys.
To show you that you love us, share us with somebody else. We're at 10,000 listens. That's a big accomplishment. Thank you guys for listening to us.
Yo, word. When we say we love you, you better say we love you back, okay?
Shut up.
Anytime Shake says he loves you, he don't mean that shit. So anyway,
Peace and
love you,
everybody.
Tribe.
Peace and love.
Peace out.
Peace, Tribe. Peace.